Hey guys, welcome to Forrest Speed and Outdoors. My name is Kelton, and today we'll be working on this bike right here. It's a 1994 Honda XR100R. This thing's super cool. I actually literally just picked it up off the ground in a pile of trash. So what we're gonna do is, I covered that up. I didn't just pick it up, but I covered this up because I found it the other day, just making sure no more water gets into it. What we're gonna do is gonna pull the spark plug, make sure it has compression, make sure it has spark too, since the spark plug will be out, and then I've got another carburetor to throw on it, and hopefully it all turns out good. So let's get to it. All right guys, so we've got the spark plug here. As you can see, it's a little bit wet, a little bit coated in crap, which isn't the best. That means there's probably water in the motor, but that should be easily taken care of. So what we'll do real quick, just kick it over. You can hear it compress. I can hear it compressing stuff out of there. So this is actually got compression. How much? I don't know. Don't really care. It's it's kind of a free bike. But next thing we got to do is throw the spark plug back on the spark plug wire. Check to make sure it has spark. If it's got spark, then we're good to go, and I'll cut this off and throw on a new carb. Be right back. All right guys, so the bike has spark, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the cover, the plastic, the little pile of trash off the intake right here, grab the new carburetor, put that back in, and we'll not fire it up, I'll throw this back on here onto the spark plug, and then we'll see how it goes from there. So here's the new carburetor. I think it was like 20 bucks on Amazon or something. So we're gonna go toss this on the bike right here, and then yeah, see if it'll fire up. I don't know how to tune it because that looks like there's cover to that tuning screw, but we'll find out. That looks idle at least. So I did a quick test fit of the carburetor, and we've got an issue here. I don't actually have any nuts to go on the outside of this because bike didn't have any on it when I grabbed it, so I gotta go run and pick some of those up. But so far it fits, so if it fits, it ships. Let's go. I gotta go grab those, but before I do that, make sure everything else lines up. So I got the little intake runner off of there. So did also notice when I looked in here, y'all can't really see too well because it's too dark in there and I don't have a light on me. There's actually not a lot of water that got in there at all. Pretty sure the intake valve was closed whenever it did actually get water in it. There's hardly any rust on this outer edge right there. So I'm gonna go run this over to a store that I know carries nuts and bolts. You can see a little bit of rust in there, but go get some nuts and some lock washers and throw this bad boy on here. We'll have this thing running in a few. All right guys, so I'm back. I got the nuts and lock washers for the intake, so I'm gonna bolt that back up, throw back on the make sure to actually tighten the spark plug back down because I didn't do that earlier when I said I was going to, and then I'm going to throw the brand new carburetor on. It's already got a fuel filter, so hell yeah. I'll be right back in just a second. So got the carb on, got the little cover off of it. Just pop that, come on. There we go. Just pop that right back on there. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to clean this little boot out real quick. You can see there's a bit of rust right there. I don't want that getting into my brand new carburetor and my used 100cc engine. But yeah, so I'm going to clean that out, throw that on there. I don't have a clamp for that, and I'm not going to purchase one, so I'm just going to put a zip tie on it because zip ties are great. Yeah, and then we'll try and fire it up. So let's go. Everything is on the bike. What I noticed and what I forgot to mention earlier, this bike has a brand new little K&N air filter on it, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's a BBR shift lever. I didn't realize that. Well, that's a nice little shift lever. It has sparks, so that means the CDI is good. Yeah, I mean, the whole bike is just for free. I mean, look at this seat. So yeah, I'm gonna throw the tank on, put a little bit of gas in it, plummet to that, and then we'll see if she fires. So I'll be right back with the tank on. Everything's plumbed up. It actually, the petcock worked, which I was surprised. I really didn't think this thing was gonna work, but it did. I don't really see anything leaking. You can actually see there is fuel in the fuel filter right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick this thing over and see if she runs. All right, so we just need to do hopefully a kick or two, and we'll find out whether or not this thing actually runs. Let me put the choke on real quick. Choke. Well, I have another plan. Oh, no. All right. So, my plan is to bump start it, see what happens. So, I'll be right back, and if it runs, it runs. If it doesn't, I'll show y'all. I've been working on the bike for a couple hours now, and it has come to my attention that it is actually the stator that has gone bad. It is not the CDI, it is not the coil. I've pulled both of those off of this little bike, which I know runs, and I was running it earlier today. And so I pulled those off and put those onto this bike here, and they didn't do anything, didn't change anything. The spark is just too weak. So that means it's a stator issue. So what I'm gonna end up doing is ordering a new stator and a couple, I might as well order the new electronics while I'm at it. So, geez, pardon the wind, but thank y'all for watching. Have a great day. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.